What's good, y'all? It's Friday, and if it's Friday, that means it is your opportunity to be heard on the Audible Sports Podcast where sports meets life and culture. I am Bobby G, along with the homie Wildcard Mar. What's happening, Brody?
Man, you already know, brother. It's Friday. We feeling good. We looking good. And damn it, it's Audible Friday, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always a pleasure to be here with you, my brother, man. Another great opportunity to talk life, culture, sports, all wrapped into one big podcast. Hey, man, we live, baby. Let's get it.
Absolutely, and a lot to get into, especially one big thing. But we're gonna get into that. But before we get into anything, whether this is your first time joining us or if you are an Audible veteran, please do me the favor. Maybe you forgot, maybe you didn't, maybe you did. But one thing that really helps us out is if you follow the directions on your screen. Please hit that like button. Go ahead, subscribe, and turn your notifications on so that you know the next time we are on, we are available to be heard, which is every Friday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Now that we got that out of the way, give you a preview of what's going down this week. We got it like this. NCAA makes a historic settlement. I'm sure everybody's heard about the news that broke actually this morning. NCAA deciding to pay some people, but we're going to talk about, and I'm going to bring some things to your head on where those dollars are going, who should get them, who shouldn't get them. Hey. The Celtics, man, in the playoffs, we're down to the Final Four in the NBA. Is the runway clear for the Celtics to finally break through and get that championship? They disappointed a few seasons ago. They lost to the Warriors in the finals. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they're not getting any younger. They're getting in that age range where the pressure is on them to produce. Can they finally get it done this season? NFL teams are starting up OTAs this week. You know, not big news for them, but for fans, any football you can give us, you know, we overreact to it all.
Yeah, we want that.
So we're going to speak on it a little bit today. And, of course, as always, we'll have your Fit Friday challenge at the end of the show. Y'all know how we do, man. It's therapeutic for me, therapeutic for sure for more, and hopefully it's therapeutic for you guys as well. Hopefully we're learning to take better care of ourselves. That's the whole motivation behind it. So we'll get to that before the show closes out. And with that, we always start with our shout outs and honorable mentions. I got a couple. Sure, Mar has a couple. I'm gonna go ahead and shout out. As you know, everybody knows me. You know, I'm a Cleveland boy, born and raised, even though I reside in Vegas now. But I'm still a fan of my Cleveland teams, and my Cavaliers. We just fired our coach, JB Bickerstaff, yesterday. So my first shout out goes to him. 5 years as the coach of the Cavs. This year being our best season. Actually, every year he was coach, we did show improvement. Unfortunately for him, it just wasn't at a fast enough rate. He was relieved. I'm not upset. I understand the move. We have some things we need to take care of on the business side, and they're hoping that his dismissal may help some of those things. The main thing being retaining Donovan Mitchell. It's a superstar-driven league, and usually when it comes down to the end of the day, the fall guy usually ends up being the head coach, and that's all sports, not just the NBA. But on a more bitter side, it's always a terrible thing for a coach to lose his job, but and not so much in the NBA. It's always sad when we see a black coach lose their job. But again, not so much in the NBA. The NBA's actually been a lot more progressive than any other sports league, I believe, when it comes to the hiring of minorities. So there's that. I won't harp too much on the NBA. But JB, I'm sure he'll land on his feet. He is a good coach. He just couldn't get us over that hump, and so good luck to him. I hope my Cavs make the right hire going forward. I wouldn't be mad to see Sam Cassell be named our coach, but we'll see.
Now, why don't y'all take JJ Redick, bro?
I wouldn't mind JJ Redick. I mean, he's got a high IQ basketball, but no. Here's my butt. You gotta hear my butt first. Pause. That sounded crazy. That sounded crazy.
Yo, you wildin',
bro. I don't like the inexperience factor. I'm not. I'm not like the one thing I hate more overall. I'm not a fan of retread coaches. So that's like my biggest thing. Retread coaches, I'm not a fan. But uh, if you're gonna give me a new hire, a guy who doesn't have head coaching experience, at least give me experience on the bench. JJ just coming off the street, I'm not a fan of that. So uh, he if he made my list, he would be last just because of that fact. So
Yeah. Not only just the inexperience. I'm just not digging a cat that just, I get you played, had a high IQ, but I don't correlate winning in the NBA with JJ Redick. So putting
okay,
him in a coach position, I don't, I don't see winning. First of all,
okay, and here's how I combat that though.
yeah. What's
Combat
up?
that. The best coaches who were former players are the shittiest coaches. The guys that dominate were the guys who were average to below average players. Phil Jackson was a terrible basketball player.
Yeah, true.
Hell of a coach. Steve Kerr,
Yeah.
average to below average basketball player. Hell of a coach.
You know why?
Greg Popovich didn't play.
Now you know why?
Why's that?
Because they got time to sit their ass on the bench and see at everything.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
they got time to look at every damn thing on the bench and can dissect everything. The mental part of the game, which I don't disagree with you. The mental part of JJ Redick makes him a candidate. The inexperience and like I said, I can't correlate winning with him in the
Right.
NBA. And this NBA, he's played in this NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see winning with him that correlated with him. So I can't say that with confidence that he can coach this non-championship team because it's not a championship roster. I don't care what nobody say. And I'm a
No, not
Lakers
right
fan.
now.
Not a championship
Not right
roster.
now.
Right? And to think that he's going to be able to get the max out of this roster and make it a championship contender,
Right.
no. Especially with our culture, man, it's championship or bust.
True.
And this to me, it'll be just another coach that just gets thrown through the Lakers cycle. He'll be gone in 2 to 3 years, and then with the friendship with him and LeBron, like what does that do to that dynamic? Like
Right.
so
Exactly.
that's another thing that cautions me is the dynamic between him and LeBron. They got the podcast, obviously they got a relationship off the
Yeah.
court. So how does that play into coach player relationship? Is Brian really
Absolutely.
going to listen to him? That's my part. Is Brian really going to listen to him as the
I think
coach?
he would have the same relationship with JJ Redick as he had with Ty Lue. But the question is, does JJ Redick have that in him? Because Ty Lue would, even though Ty Lue gave those guys rope,
I know
when
he
it came
bought
down to it, he would
yeah, he
challenge
bought.
him.
Oh yeah,
He would
he bought.
challenge him. So does
Um,
JJ have that in him? That would be the ultimate question.
that's a good question because we saw Ty Lue had it. There was a point in time
Yeah.
where Eric Spoelstra had it.
Oh yeah.
He had to bark at Brian and it got backed by Pat Riley.
Yeah, I would say
And
that was the biggest thing, right? Because the one thing people don't know, and everybody's talking about, oh, LeBron's gonna get JJ. But LeBron James has never ever had an input on who his coach would be. Because if you go back through his career, do you really think he would want some of the coaches he's had? However, and that's the initial hire.
yeah.
But once games get going, oh yeah, he's got some people up out of there. Mainly
Oh,
David Blatt when he was with us. Hell, Mike. A
Mike.
lot of people forget. Mike Brown was hired that season. Once we found out LeBron was coming back, he got fired like the day after he signed his deal.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Was gone.
yeah. He tried to get Spoelstra up out of there, and just like you said, Pat Riley having his back. That was and that just goes into the whole Heat culture, man. Everybody knows Pat Riley's
Yeah,
on. If Pat,
that's
as
a
long as
different culture.
he's cool with it, it's happening.
Yeah, that's a different culture though. So, but no, hey, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
But with Bickerstaff, I was like, damn, bro, like, yo, you're not gonna give my man no type of, no type of leeway rope because you saw the improvement in the record at least.
yeah,
Um, I don't know, man. It's a microwavable, we want it all right now type of society, and some of these owners, they you know do things according to this society, as
Yeah,
in we
true,
need help.
true,
And no disrespect to the Cavaliers, the roster, I just don't think it was so guard heavy that I didn't think it was built to get past some of these teams in the East. I just didn't.
true.
So,
I can't
um,
disagree with that.
especially if you go up against Boston, who are great at guarding the perimeter with Brown and Tatum. Like, right now they're the three straight Eastern Conference Finals appearances. They're the cream of the crop of the East. I
Yeah,
have a hard time seeing Cleveland getting past Boston, being so
big
guard heavy.
facts.
So, you know,
Big facts. And that's why Sam Cassell would top my list. He's a champion as a player. He's been a champion as an assistant. He was on the bench
mhm.
with hell. He was on the Celtics when Doc was a coach. He was on the bench when Doc was a coach. He was on the bench when Doc went to LA. He's on the bench with the Celtics right now as we speak. So he's got a wealth of experience. Like I said, winner as an assistant, winner as a player. I think he's
Yeah.
got the respect a lot. So he would absolutely be number one on my list. There's only one coach I would take who does not have experience, and I'm not sure if he's put his hat in the ring this year. I know he's expressed in the past that he'd like to coach, and that would be Kenny Smith. I know people think
Hmm.
it's funny, but I've listened to this man's few basketball knowledge over the last 10 plus years on NBA and TNT, break down things. I think Kenny Smith would be a fantastic coach. I don't know why, and no one has
I
reached
didn't even
out
think
and or
I did not
yeah,
think about that, but that actually makes perfect sense because he,
yeah,
he does he does break down the game on the show. He breaks it
yeah.
down.
And I'm
Um,
sure he has the respect of a lot of players in the league, elder and young.
mhm.
So and even like players who aren't in it. Look at the high schools, college players, amateur players, whatever level. They listen to this guy all throughout the basketball season. So coming in, they have that respect for him. So yeah, he's probably one of a few guys I would take that doesn't have actual bench experience.
I rock with it. I actually rock with that. I think that's a dope choice, man.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, that's what we do here and all. We come up with dope ideas, but yeah, see what's going on in these comments. Shout out to Rod. Since what's happening, Brody.
What's-
Caitlin Clark, but man, you know what? We can talk about Caitlin because somebody accused us of being the Caitlin Clark show. I'm not mad with it though. Just keep watching, keep watching. That's all I ask.
Really? Somebody came to you and said we are a Caitlin Clark.
Draymond
Wow.
Green said he could guard Shaq, and why did the Cavs fire his coach? First of all, Draymond couldn't guard Shaq. You need to go ahead and shut that shit up. Uh, just saying, nothing more to.
Ain't happening.
Yeah, he couldn't guard Shaq, man. Shaq putting up at least 40 on Draymond. Chill out, bro. Um,
You being
why did we
generous.
fire our coach? We fired our coach for simple reasons. One, our best player, who was also a star in this league, is coming up for a contract extension. Uh, I'm not gonna say he disliked JB. On a personal note, I've I've heard they have a good relationship off the court. On the court is where the issue is coming. Our offense was stagnant in the playoffs this year. It was stagnant in the playoffs last year. Regardless of personnel, you look at the teams who are left. We're probably the only team we could probably compete with would probably be the Indiana Pacers. I don't think we beat Dallas, Minnesota, or Boston in a 7 game series. Although I think if we were healthy this year, the way Boston kind of looks, we might have been able to push that series to a 7th game if we were healthy. But just on the surface, um, it just didn't look good. It wasn't a good look for him. And then
Mm.
even you could say, yeah, we went from from play-in team to a first-round team to a second-round team. Yes, we were on the way, but when you have a player who's a star in this league, that accelerates your clock. And also, I feel that we have a couple pieces that we could use to make the roster better. I think we can springboard ourselves to contender over summer. So when we have these 3 things, an owner willing to spend money, the ability to improve, if your coach ain't it,
Yeah.
You got to get somebody else in there, and that's all it was. If Donovan Mitchell had made it known
He
he
wanted
was
JB.
not he was not no he well one he wanted JB, he'd be there. Two,
Yep.
if he made it known that he was staying or not staying, I think that also would have played. If he'd have made it known that he was not staying, we'd probably keep JB to develop the rest of the roster. Had he made it known he was staying, regardless of JB, he gets rehired. But the fact that he didn't publicly back him, plus with some other things that were said after the playoff loss, lots of questions, So is what it is. We did what we had to do.
Yeah.
But
Hey, tough business, man.
yeah.
Tough business.
On the shout I had one more shout out. Can't remember who it was. Oh, just all we were preparing for the Olympics. To all the Olympians, had an opportunity to get some tickets. Dream Team playing an exhibition game against Canada, July 10th here in Vegas. So be in the building for that. But shout out to all the athletes, Team USA, as they prep to go to Paris this summer. Hoping they all do well. What you got for shout outs and honorable mentions, sir?
Hey, man. I'm a shout out. Since we got some people thinking we some Caitlin Clark show, I got to shout out my girl Angel Reese. She been balling.
Hey.
She been balling, getting Rookie of the Week. As she been just showing up and showing out for the Chicago Sky. She's been putting up good numbers. I think she had almost had a double the other night. It was like 13 or 18 points and 9 boards or something like that. But she's been playing phenomenal basketball. I'm talking about she's been playing defense, offense, getting on the floor, getting rebounds. She's been doing the hustle plays like that. She's been hooping. Gets Rookie of the Week, and shout out to Angel Reese, man. So
yeah, Cameron Brink too. That's exactly right, Ross. She's been balling.
Yeah. Cameron Brink. Hey, and
matter of fact, I think they lace them up right now. I think they're playing right now. They're playing against each other.
Yeah. So in Cameron Brink, she's been doing well for the Sparks so far, and Angel Reese been doing her thing for the Sky. So yeah, matter of fact, let's throw Cameron Brink in there because she's been hooping too. So a couple of ladies not named Caitlin Clark and doing their thing. So hey man, I love to see other ladies getting their recognition in the WNBA, balling, hooping. And it ain't about Caitlin Clark since we so biased over here. That's wild. I'm actually shocked somebody called us a Caitlin Clark podcast.
Yeah, so I guess it was because I think like we had. I mean, can't help it. Ever since the timing of the NCAA season, especially the women's NCAA season, with the start of WNBA, is I feel that's how all sports should run. It went end of college, right to the draft, right to training camp. Then now we're to the season, so it just kind of flowed where she was the topic of America for like a good month and a half. So, I mean,
but you know what? I feel like we've been very fair of our criticism on Caitlin. I think we've been fair to praise her when she deserves it. And I think we've been fair of the criticism that she deserves. Because I don't know. I'm actually shocked somebody.
It wasn't. No, they weren't saying we were biased. They were just saying like we just talked about her a lot. That's all.
Oh. Well, I mean, hell. I mean,
she was the news.
Yeah. Anybody's not. She's a sports topic, and we are, a sports and culture podcast. Yeah. I mean, she's a big topic. We were going to talk about her regardless.
Yeah, plus, you don't want to see dudes sitting around talking about a bunch of dudes all the time. We can't talk about women's.
Well, we can't talk about the women's. I likes women's. He likes the women's. So,
what up, Alan? Shout out to Alan. New day in WNBA. Kudos to all the ladies putting on the show the first few weeks. Absolutely. Numbers up across the board.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, good on them. We're getting to see just a lot of talent that hasn't been seen before. So, like you said, Angel's. I mean, well, when most people knew who Angel came on, she was the nemesis of Caitlin coming in. But for those people who may have forgot about Aaliyah Boston, over her rookie year. You're reminded of that. For those who forgot that Deanna Taurasi was such a baller, we're seeing her again. For those that forgot that the reigning two-time WNBA champion Las Vegas Aces was that deal, you get to see how we do. Matter of fact, that's the game I got my eyes on tomorrow, and I'm still trying to get tickets, bro. The Fever will be here tomorrow. Her first time lacing them up against the Aces. Man, I'm trying to get tickets to that joint. They moved the game to T-Mobile, so it's been a little difficult to get tickets on the sites because they still have their old arena marked on the sites. But they moved the game over to T-Mobile because they know what it is. See if I can get some tickets to that thing.
They gonna pack that bitch out.
Hey,
you already know.
Yep. And speaking of packing it out, somebody is packing the pockets of a lot of people. Let's go ahead and get into it. NCAA packing people's pockets. From what I heard, for those who don't know, NCAA historic settlement today has decided to pay its athletes. Key word, its athletes. Because like a bunch of sports fans everywhere, they don't hear the word athletes. They hear football players.
Or basketball.
People. Yeah. People. There are a lot more athletes at these universities than you think. So that money that people think is going to be so long, it's still not competing with the NIL. Remember, this money has to be dispersed throughout the football team, the basketball team, the swim team, the hockey team, soccer team, lacrosse team. Absolutely. Any team that generates revenue for a school, that money has to be spread with. Hell, it might even have to go to the debate team of a few of these schools. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But it's only for the Power 5 schools. But I don't like I got my own. I don't like that either. Because now you get into a situation where you're really funneling talent to
the Power 5.
Yeah, I mean, and we talk about diversity and parity in sports, and at one point, like the thing that's so great about college sports is the upset, the Cinderella story, the Boise States of the world, the Gonzagas on the basketball court. You know, the odds that one day we might watch the national championship game and see Florida State versus
FAMU.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like the chance that we may see that one day. But with this ruling, I feel like this you're just gonna funnel some talent away. And especially if you combine it with the NIL.
Yep.
It's good to get your money. I'd love to see these young athletes getting their money and getting it just due.
Always.
But like the way, like, can we come up with something that helps the little man? Like, just because, I mean, maybe right now I'm not good enough, or you know, what if you're kind of forcing me? If let's say I'm a 3-star athlete and I have Ohio State on me, you know what, son? You come here to Ohio State, you get hooked up, put a couple dollars in your pocket, you know what I mean? But you're gonna be like 5th or 6th on the depth chart. But then I got Ohio University. Hey, son, you come here, you can start day one. We can't give you that money, but you know, hey, what I can guarantee you is day one, you are a starter.
Yep.
What do I do if I'm a kid? And I don't want to say from the end. So what if I'm a kid just from circumstances where my family's had it rough? What do you think I'm gonna do?
Yeah,
I had to take that paper.
Gotta take your paper.
So my fandom is split. I'm seeing thoughts on D3 program. Birmingham Southern College closing doors at the end of the month, but still having a chance to be on the NCAA D3 College World Series.
Wow.
That's interesting. That's good. Good now. Let me go ahead and while you speak on the NCAA thing, let me take a look at that real quick.
No. Go ahead. Uh, Parts of that I don't like, especially like you said, it's only the Power Five schools. The reason why I don't like that is because, like you said, these these mid major schools or quote unquote smaller schools, HBCUs, they're not
Mm.
part of this getting this $20 million to spread across the athletic department, and those schools, these smaller schools can use that to help these athletes, these student athletes. Not only that, it'll be something that you know you you would have to you don't have to go to all these Power Five schools to get the certain education, because if there's a certain education program that is, that you really want to be a part of, and you still want to be part of the football team in a certain HBCU or a certain smaller school has that program that you have so desired to get, and that coincides with your degree, and you want to play do whatever athletics you want to, you shouldn't have to sacrifice that just to go to the Power Five school just to get the funding to be the student
Mm-hmm.
athlete. That's what I don't like about this. But however, I do love the fact that, 'cause especially in the Power Five conferences, that's where like literally billions of revenue is just getting just funneled through year in and year out, just billions. So I do, in that part, am happy that they are starting to do this. But at the same time, this is NCAA reacting, and it's reacting. For those who don't know this, I want to, I forget his name, but
Ed
he was
O'Bannon.
no, not Ed O'Bannon. This is recent. He was suing Florida for 13.85 million. His name escapes me. I just had it on the tip of my tongue, and I think it's in a reaction of situations like that where they don't want to uh, uh, continuously be in situations. Jaden Rashad. Jaden Rashada. So if anybody get a chance to look up his story, he's the one that filed the suit. He was promised $1 million at signing day. He signed, never got the $1 million. So he's sued for it. He was promised a 4-year, $13.85 million contract NIL deal,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of just fell through. But they said it was contingent on him enrolling in the school. He never did, because he said that he never got the $1 million on the actual signing date of letter intent that he was supposed to get, almost like a signing bonus on a contract for the NFL. The moment you sign your name on the dotted line, there's a check, there's money. So he's thinking he was supposed to have the same situation happen with him. It didn't happen, and he ended up, suing. And he feels like it was a breach of an agreement. So I think this is NCAA trying to avoid situations like that. I think they're being reactive instead of proactive. So NCAA knew that this time of playing players was going to happen. At some point in time, they knew that the gig was going to be up, that you were not going to keep here and just funneling billions of dollars through NCAA and these universities, and these players not see a dime of it. You knew this day was going to come. They never prepared themselves for it. So now when you roll out NIL a couple of years
Mm-hmm.
ago, it's a wild, wild west, and you don't have parameters around it. Now it's all, hey man, as a student athlete, I'm going where I get the most money at.
Right.
And it's not about the education, it's not about, what program or degrees that you could possibly get. It's not even about the student part. It's about the
Mm-hmm.
athlete. And so now it's just been all haywire. And I just think today is just NCAA trying to protect themselves to avoid further lawsuits of a Jaden Rashada and situations like that. And but they should have prepared themselves for this. They should have
Yeah.
prepared themselves. They knew this day was going to come, that people were going to get tired of you just getting literally a big ass piece of the pie. Not just a piece. You literally had damn near 90% of the pie. And I'm probably exaggerating, but I'm probably not too far off. If they had damn
Well,
near they damn near had the whole pie, and the players didn't see maybe even a sliver of that. So you might have had some ads and some coaches and universities had the other pieces of that pie, but NCAA and the players weren't seeing it. So
Right.
and they are the ones that are the content. They are what you come to see. They are what you come to put the butts in the seats, put the jerseys on the backs, the ticket rail tickets, and all that stuff. That's what it was about. So at some point in time, Ed O'Bannon started it, but eventually it was going to get worse, or more noise was definitely going to get made about the players needing their slice of the pie. NCAA fumbled the ball, and they never prepared themselves for the situations. I just think this is almost a cop out. And you brought up an excellent point. So there's so many programs, there's so many schools, and amongst players, is this only going to just scholarship players? Because
True. Yeah. What about the walk-ons?
yeah, what about the walk-ons?
Absolutely.
Are they not athletes? They're on the team. You know what I'm saying?
True. Very true.
And so if you look at an NCAA football team, especially in Power 5 conferences, you got 90 dudes on that roster. There's 90 people part of that $20 million. There's probably another 18 on the basketball, both men and women's, that you got to pay out of that $20 million. Baseball rosters, probably upwards to 25, 30 people on baseball and softball. Then you got to look at there's lacrosse in some universities, hockey, wrestling, golf, badminton, tennis,
Pickleball.
Soccer, pickleball. I mean, there's literally programs at all these universities in these Power 5 conferences that they have. So an athletic director, he's going to have to find a way to split up $20 million amongst so many students. And will that be enough?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And apparently another part of the deal was that I guess any athlete going back to the 2016 season
can get some.
Right, has a claim to some of this money. So like how much of a slice what kind of recoupment are you looking to give them? Because there are some guys who literally, universities are who they are because of these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, 2016, but there are some people that you could say you could put on the back. Okay, that goes back to Deshaun Watson. Like Clemson is Clemson because of Deshaun Watson. Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence, coming right out. That university doesn't have a history if it ain't for Deshaun Watson winning that first chip against Bama.
Big facts.
How much is he looking at? You giving him back? We lucky they ain't they had to put a year on it, because you could point like Virginia Tech. Hey, that's the house that Mike built.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Texas A&M. You telling me that new section in that stadium wasn't built after Johnny Manziel? We literally watched a documentary where they told us they added them stands because of Johnny Manziel. How much money you want to give this dude?
Oh, facts.
Yeah, I can't remember. Was Johnny going back to 16?
No, he's before it.
He was before. That might have been his last season in college.
But still, but regardless, I'm trying to figure out how did they determine this cutoff time, because come on now. You don't think Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, and Lindell White don't deserve some of that money from USC? You don't think Pat Mahomes, like AP is saying, deserves some of that money from Texas Tech?
Absolutely.
You trying to tell me Baker Mayfield don't deserve some money from Oklahoma?
Speak on it.
I mean, we can go back to damn Bo Jackson down there in Auburn. How much
Nah, I'd have to give Cam Newton credit for Auburn. Cam Newton kind of turned on Auburn into that.
Still, hell, Herschel Walker down in Georgia before Kirby Smart even stepped on damn campus. We can go back to how many people. What's up?
What's
Right.
happening? What's happening?
I dig it, right? So I mean, hey, look,
Yeah, there
NC
you go, Alec. Great point. Does Jalen Hurts get a double dip? He
from
got
Alabama and Oklahoma State. That's true though. But that's true.
real talk. What about even your boy who just won the number one, Caleb,
Caleb
Oklahoma
Williams.
and USC?
Yeah, yeah.
Do we got 2 checks coming?
Hey man, they got
Like,
they got a lot to figure out, bro.
hey, yeah. And basically, you've now. I know if you thought the NIL was a problem before, now
It's
you've
about
basically given boosters the right to pay dudes individually.
mm-hmm.
Because what the university won't put in your pocket, I will.
Mm.
You know,
Hey,
they don't say
amateurism.
won't or can't.
Hey, but amateurism is officially gone.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's gone.
Camden's biggest backpack carry job of all time. Put that whole team on his back. Pumping over him $100 million. Hey, I cannot openly disagree with that.
Hey, no argument.
Yeah,
Right?
one season, one
No
Heisman, one national championship.
A lot of viewership.
Yeah.
No argument.
Hey, lucky they ain't going back to Tebow. Florida have to get him to school.
Goodness. Oh my goodness. University of
Florida.
For real. Hey, Tebow
Man.
was bringing in money, bro. He was bringing in that
Yeah.
money, man.
But you know, the NCAA they got something on the hand, but at least it's a step in the right direction. Now, whether or not they open Pandora's box, that's a question for another day. But for right now, it is what it is. Hopefully, they can get it squared away, and it just don't let it become corrupt, man. That's my only thought. Like,
That Bobby G, that was my biggest worry.
yeah.
Is the well, we've had this conversation before. Obviously, when the moment that
Yeah, girls.
hey Ron,
Hey, that is a Christian man.
Yeah, Christian man, my ass. You see how these Christians act. I wouldn't be surprised if Tebow was over there tooting and booting this whole time. He tried to portray, fool everybody that he was all God Almighty. I wouldn't be surprised he was over there pimping and not simping. I would not be surprised.
Hey, forgive me, Taylor Swift and the Swifties. He was just hanging out with Taylor Swift. They was just friends.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, she got a cute face. Ain't nothing else there keeping you with Taylor Swift. Throat goat. That's all I say. Throat goat. That's all.
To the Swifties, the comments of Wildcard Mar do not reflect those of y'all.
Hey man.
Hey, them Swifties will be on your head, boy.
Yeah, oh, trust me. I didn't have them come after me on some of my Chiefs podcasts. Trust me, I already know. But hey, don't let the shit fool you. Throat goat.
You was turning down the Florida Blondes.
So, but no, I
He was
mean,
spreading the gospel.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Part those legs, my child. Yeah, he was spreading something. Yeah, okay. All right, Bobby. You trying to be? No, I'm gonna keep. Tebow was over there splitting the goalposts. All right. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh man.
Damn, Ron come up in here now. We smacking him. Yeah.
Oh man.
I didn't forget my original statement, man. Listen to me, man. Damn.
Oh man. Hopefully this is able to get it done, but you know, somebody else out there is trying to get it done. That's Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. Taylor Swift looks like marble, but sounds like sheetrock.
That's hey man, we cutting up tonight. All right, let's go. Oh Lord,
this is the year that the Boston Celtics get it done. You know, I stood on the platform that essentially There were two teams competing for the title this year: the Denver Nuggets, who I thought would repeat, and the Boston Celtics. I stood on the platform that essentially the only team that could beat the Boston Celtics in 7 games were the Denver Nuggets. They are no longer in the playoffs.
Yep.
So that opens the door wide. You have a wide open lane to the Larry O'Brien Trophy. And I still stand on it. I think the Celtics beat any team left. The question is, do they have what it takes to finish the job? We saw Jason Tatum, and a lot of people saw it last time he spoke to the medium. He stole, and I'm going to say it, stole Kobe Bryant's famous words. Somebody asked him about it, and he said the job's not done.
Job's not done.
Job's not done. Wow. It is a great sound bite, and it's cute. We all know Jason Tatum was a huge fan of Kobe Bryant. First of all, stop plagiarizing this man. And that's to every NBA player. Stop plagiarizing this man. Like, just let it go. But second, he is right. The job's not done, but can they get it done?
I don't. You know what? I'm gonna answer it like this. I think they have to. I think the pressure's on them to do it. And the reason why I say that is because you can't keep going to 3 straight Eastern Conference Finals, 1 Finals appearance, and you just keep coming up empty-handed. What y'all gonna be the Buffalo Bills of the NBA? Because eventually, all that success that ends up amounting to nothing. We saw what happened with the Buffalo Bills in the early 90s. They got tired of 4 straight Super Bowl losses. They had to eventually break that joint up. And they're slowly breaking up what they're doing now.
Hey, Auntie.
You know what I'm saying?
Love. Thanks for stopping by, checking us out. Go ahead, put you up. Get that giantess out of here.
But you know what I'm saying? Like the Buffalo Bills now are kind of going through a reset. They've had playoff success the last 4 years, and they're slowly kind of reconfiguring their roster as is now. So, and I'm not saying anything needs to happen with. I
don't even know what that means.
I have no idea what the hell that means, right?
He's the Michael Jordan of Tobias Harris archetypes.
But my thing is like, I don't know how long do you, I don't say you blow this up of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I don't think you blow that up, but I feel bad for the people around him because they're both young. They're both not, I don't even think they've hit the peak of their prime yet. Neither one of them has. Only thing is if I'm Jaylen Brown, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty safe and secure. You already gave me the extension. It's just how much is Jason Tatum going to get, and how much?
He'll be the highest paid player in NBA history soon enough.
Yeah, they'll get it, and you end up paying Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. It's what else can you put around them when you have almost like Ron's saying, you got $600 million plus tied to those 2 players. You know what I'm saying? Because what Jaylen Brown's almost making $53 million a year on that extension. Jason Tatum's going to exceed that.
Absolutely.
So over
he just made All NBA first team. So he's super max eligible.
Oh yeah. So over the next 5 years, you're talking about like Ron saying, almost $600 million plus tied to those 2. What can you put around him? That's the thing. Because don't get me wrong, Derek White's been great for them this year. He's had spurts last year, but can he be more consistent? You definitely gotta upgrade Al Horford's position. He's getting old. You gotta upgrade that.
If they win it, he might retire. That's a real thing.
Look, I like Kristaps. But his success to the team has always been contingent on if he can stay on the court. This man ain't even play. We don't even know if he's going to return to this Indiana series or be ready for NBA Finals. We don't know that. So how long are you going to keep playing the guessing game with KP? Drew Holiday, what are you going to do with him? He's on a 1-year contract on that vet minimum that you signed him to after he was bought out. So there's a lot of parts around Tatum and Brown that are going to be a lot of moving parts. And so my only thing is that this is why I feel like they must win it this year. Because I'm like you, I thought the Denver Nuggets and the Celtics were pretty much, a shoe in to be in the finals. One's got eliminated. They didn't make it to the Western Conference Finals. You're the better team. Indiana's hurt. They're hurt. Halliburton's hurt. That's their best player. He's hurt. So you got to get to the finals now. If they lose to a damn Indiana Pacers team with their best player hurt, we got to have some serious conversations.
Absolutely,
serious conversations.
Absolutely.
So, hey, I'm kind of leaning towards what you're saying. I think is pretty damn wide open for them to make sure that they definitely get to the finals and damn sure win it. Because even if you compare them to Dallas and Minnesota, I would still favor them. I just think their roster is a little bit more complete, as in both defensive and offensively. I think they're just a little bit more complete in Dallas and Minnesota. So I'm with you, man.
I can do that. Pacers gonna get swept regardless.
Nah,
they're gonna get a game, bro. They're gonna get a game.
I thought they'd at least get one if Halliburton was healthy.
No, they're going to get one. They're gonna take one in Indiana. Like, they're gonna put up 150 points. They're gonna get one.
If Halliburton ain't playing, I don't see that now, bro.
But before I get my thoughts and while you're there and while we got everybody in here, just want to remind everybody, go ahead and follow the directions on your screen, hit that like button, subscribe, turn your notifications on, so you next time that we are here talking like we talk, which is every Wednesday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. And I still stand on it. Like and Ron made the comment earlier, if the Wolves get by Dallas, they'll take the whole thing. But see, right therein lies the problem. I don't have to have an if with Boston. They beat every team left in the playoffs in 7 games. If you have to put an if in front of it, that's a problem to me. Like, I don't say if they get by the Pacers and if they play Dallas or if they play Minnesota. It's the Boston Celtics can beat every team left in the playoffs, regardless of who it is, healthy, not healthy. They can beat them. They got the personnel. They match up well, even with injuries. Even without Kristaps Porzingis, I have no confidence, or my confidence doesn't waver in saying, oh, they can't beat Minnesota because if KP being there is a bonus. Because remember, they haven't had KP and they've still made an NBA final. So, Jason Tatum, he hasn't even played. That's the thing. He hasn't even played his best basketball in these playoffs. Like
offensively, I would say.
Yeah, offensively. That conference is weak. And it's not about the conference, Ron. It's literally like, you put the Timberwolves in the East, guess what? They're not making the finals because the Celtics are sending them home. Like, the conference has nothing to do with it. You put the Mavs in the East, they're not making the finals because the Celtics are sending them home. They're just a better basketball team. The only question is like Allen made the comment, the only team that can beat Boston is Boston. We've seen in this playoffs, the only reason they lost the game was last series against who did they play? Who they played in their last series? I can't even remember. But they lost a game in that series because that team had one of the highest field goal percentage in NBA histories in a playoff game. It literally took a historic performance for the. Oh no, they played the Cavs. My bad. It wasn't that one. It was series their first round series. The Miami Heat.
Yeah,
23 threes in a game, and Miami is not the best 3-point shooting team in the league. They're not even average. It took you to hit 23 threes to beat them in a game. Like, think about that. Like,
sometimes think with their food though. Hey, Boston just
exactly.
Yeah, I think that goes back to Allen's point that I got from that. That's what I read, is that they play with their food.
Be more battle tested. Yes, Boston can lie, but I'm confident they won't. I mean, that's what it is. You can absolutely become. And that's what fan is. Fan is short for fanatic. Now, I know you're not a fan of the Wolves. He's a dedicated Spurs fan. That's why he still thinks Wemby should have been DPOY. We're not gonna open that bag. Oh, and I gotta see that comment again. It was sounding such as high as you. I mean, too much money on there losing over the past. Well, you not this year. They only lost 15 games, dude. 2 in the playoffs. So you lost money this year betting on them.
Hold on. Did Ryan say they need a new coach?
That he what?
Ryan, did you say they
need a new? Not
Ryan.
To be fair, I've been hearing that all year. A lot of people don't have faith in Joe Mazzulla. I'm not the biggest fan of him either.
That's okay, but we got to put things into perspective. Ime Udoka, his rookie year, takes him to the finals.
Yeah.
All right. He gets a little chitty bang bang on the job, gets fired. All right. They bring in Joe Mazzulla. All right. So his rookie and his sophomore year as a coach, he gets him to the Eastern Conference Finals both times.
Right.
Look, I get it. The roster looks good. That's fine. You still got to coach him, though. You still got to coach him.
Yeah.
You know, so I get what a lot of people are saying, but come on.
Ran bad offense with Udoka. Pop coaching tree. See, that's that Spurs. That's that Spurs favoritism coming out.
That's fine. Hey, Ron, since you're such a Spurs head, when the last time y'all been relevant in this damn NBA with Pop? Yeah. On that shit.
Oh, please don't get this man started on the Spurs.
No. First of all, I'm just throwing that in, but we gonna move on because the Spurs ain't even worthy to talk about. They ain't done nothing in the last what 6-7 years worth of damn to talk about. They ain't done nothing, and that's with Pop.
But don't make me come to the Spurs defense in front of this man. We go.
Yeah. What had the Spurs done in the last 6-7 years with Pop?
They haven't had the players though, and I can't blame Pop for that. I can only blame upper management. I don't think
for the NBA they didn't give away Javante Murray. They didn't give away
everybody.
I mean, any talent that was worth a damn in San Antonio ends up on another roster. So
unfortunately. Last time they were relevant was when OKC knocked him out.
I love it, AP. I love it.
Oh man. But yeah, back to the main thing. I'm under the consider. I think the Celtics can get it done. Honestly, it was the 2016 Yeah, I was by Zaza. A cheap shot. Oh, the Murray ain't that good. I mean, he don't have to be that good overall. He just has to be good for you, and he was perfect for the Spurs system. He should still be a Spur.
Damn, 8 years of irrelevancy. Whew.
Yeah, but the only thing that scares me is the Dallas Mavericks. And for those of us who have heard me speak, I've spoken on this in the Hoop on the Let's Talk Sports Network, and you can catch me on the In the Hoop after this if you want to hear more of my basketball takes. Alan knows this, and I told the guys last week we were discussing Minnesota winning their last series, and with Dallas, we were discussing OKC and Dallas, but I'm like, the thing you don't want to see, you have to blow these dudes out. Because you do not want to see Kyrie and Luka with the ball in their hands with 5 minutes to go in a close game. Minnesota found that out the other night. That's not a good thing. That is not a good thing. And that scares me. That scares me for Boston in a potential finals matchup. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, as good as they are, do not want to be looking on the other side, on that defensive side of the ball, looking at Kyrie and Luka dribble at them in a close game with 5 minutes left. You don't want to do it. Like, Kyrie is no matter where you have him on your player list overall or historically, he is one of the most clutch players in NBA history. In NBA history, Luka is one of the most clutch players in today's NBA. They are both amazing, top-notch, elite ISO scorers. You don't want to see these dudes 5 minutes left in the close game. and that scares me for Boston. And that's where my doubt for Joe Mazzulla comes in. Even though he's supposed to be his defensive guy, I don't. I don't care what kind of coach you don't want to be looking at number 88. That's my new name for those guys. You don't want to be looking at number 88. Obviously, Luka wears 77, Kyrie wears 11. I don't want to see number 88 with 5 minutes left in the close game. I'm cool on that. That's my only fear.
I think we can take it a step further, Bobby G.
Well, job. I guess get ready to talk about the Spurs and the alien has landed. The alien needs some help. The alien was there. Y'all won 19 games, brother.
But I think we can take it a step further. Yes, Kyrie, clutch. Luka, clutch. No doubts about that. Won't take that away from you. Surprisingly, Dallas defense has been better this year.
True.
And I'm not saying they're on the level of Boston. I'm not saying that.
Right.
Because I still think there's a difference in defense between Boston and Dallas. But there was even the other day in that closeout moments of that game against Minnesota, a guy like Luka, who always battered him about how terrible his defensive side is, came up with some defensive stops.
Absolutely. The block and a crucial tip out.
Yeah, came up with some good defensive contribution down the stretch in clutch moments of that game that mattered. So I can't. So
it ain't ironic, Allen. Y'all got 37 draft picks. You can't keep them all. You only got 15 roster spots.
Yeah, only 15 spots. Do the math. I got to give it up to Dallas. We know what they can do offensively. We know that. I've just been surprised on how defensively that they stepped it up this year, and you see how the change has happened with them not even making the playoffs last year to them now in the Western Conference Finals. That has to be as talked about as much as anything else. How that they've been. Hey, PJ Washington, they made
huge addition.
So they bring in Grant Williams, and they said, "Bro, this ain't gonna be it." And they
who had the nerve to talk trash about Luka when he left,
and got packed up, shipped up out of there. And PJ Washington has done phenomenal for them. Derek Lively has been good on the defensive and the rebound side. Same with forgetting his name. Derek Lively. What's his name? Came from Washington.
Gafford. Daniel Gafford. Yeah.
Gafford. They've been playing well in the paint on the defensive side and cleaning up the glass. And so it's like you see just a whole transformation of this roster, and I didn't expect this. I gotta admit, I didn't think the Luka and the Kyrie thing was going to work, and there were signs earlier in the season that I'm like, oh man, see, these guys are proving me right again. This shit ain't gonna work. And then it just. I gotta give credit to Jason Kidd in the front office, pulling the right strings, getting the right people in there, getting Gafford in there, getting PJ Washington in there, and drafting. I believe they drafted Derek Lively, right? And
yeah. Well, so Allen, OKC drafted him. Draft day trade.
It counts. It counts. Whatever. Regardless, but regardless, regardless, you like the makeup of what it did. You don't have to worry about Kyrie. He signed the extension. Eventually, Luke is coming up to extension time. So you got your at least majority of your core pretty much taken care of. You know they're going to give the extension to Luke. I mean that's not a debate. That's not even a conversation. They're going to give him the extension. So this team is quite surprisingly, to my surprise, is heading in a good direction. Because I just didn't see how the Luka and Kyrie situation was going to work out, and it's like they're almost yin and yang. Like you saw the other night, like Kyrie came out and dropped pretty much majority of his points first half, and he let Luka close. Then we've seen it the other way when Luka can come out blazing, and then Kyrie is a closer. And it goes back to your point. You got two closers on a team that's playing better defense this year. That's a threat to Boston, and that's a legitimate take. So, I just think that this is when it gets to that point. Boston has to be on their P's and Q's. They cannot. I mean, absolutely cannot play with their food with Dallas. You can't do it. So.
Got to get that hatred out your heart, Ron, man. I'm sorry Wemby didn't win Defensive Player of the Year, but it is what it is. They gave him first team.
Yeah.
Celebrate what you have. Celebrate the things you have. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm right with you on that. Like in my thing is the other night after the game, it was on TNT. Kyrie spoke to the fellas on Inside the NBA, which for those that don't know, man, shout out to the crew inside the NBA. This will be
bring your
coming
ass.
Up.
Bring your ass.
Oh yeah, Ant-Man, boy, that showing that charisma and why he will be the face of the league. Relatively soon.
Shit.
But yeah, Kyrie, they asked him about his leadership, and essentially he said his journey to leadership started last in the off season, because one of the knocks on him was, despite his talent, he wasn't really able to be the best player on the championship team. He's still not the best player on this team. Clearly, Luka's the better player. However, you can clearly see his influence over everybody.
Wait, hold on, whoa. I don't mean to cut you off, my brother, but did you just say
go for it?
Did you just say Luka's the better player?
Yes, Luka Doncic is better at basketball than Kyrie Irving.
Wait, we talking all elements of basketball, like overall elements of basketball.
Yes, he's a better basketball player.
You know what? We gonna keep the show going. Put a tab in that. We gonna have to discuss that next time.
Hey, nothing but thing.
We
Luka better than Kyrie? I don't know.
Hey, Ron,
think on it, Ron. Think on it.
Hey, Ron, we gonna have to get with Bobby next week. We gonna put a pin in that conversation, because I got a feeling that's gonna drag our time, and we got other things
Luka's
to
a better
discuss.
passer, but that's not. All right, you got like half a sentence missing. Luka is a better passer, but that's not.
He may have half a sentence going, but I'm starting to think that desert heat is getting to your senses for you to think that Luka is the better basketball player than Kyrie Irving.
He's better at basketball. Like,
we gonna have to put a pin in that. We gonna. Woo, yeah. Are we including dedication to keep yourself in shape as part of being a good basketball player?
Luka was never in shape. Per se. Remember.
Per se.
He still logs minutes. Like we like he be huffing and puffing. That man. Hey,
logging minutes is fine, but are you active for every minute? Because I see my boy Luka hide in the corner.
37 minutes a game this season.
All right.
Career high.
Okay.
Last 5 games, 41 minutes, 45 minutes, 41, 42, 40.
I've seen my guy Luka park his little chunky ass in the corner like a corner on a light post and let Kyrie do his thing on some offensive possessions before. I've seen a few Dallas games where I've seen my guy Luka is 10 feet from his defender to catch his little chunky ass some breath. So he may log 37 minutes a game. Is he active for 37 minutes a game?
What player is though?
I'm just saying, man.
Come on.
Hey,
LeBron didn't catch a breather playing with Kyrie. Here you go, little brother. Do your thing.
Come on. Luka is under 30. Matter of fact, Luka is what, 25?
No, I'm talking LeBron. I'm talking when LeBron was in Cleveland.
No, not LeBron. I'm talking about Luka. I don't give
a damn. But I'm saying LeBron didn't use Kyrie to catch a breather. What? What? LeBron didn't use D Wade to catch a breather when he was 26.
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about Luka. This conversation about Luka.
Kyrie didn't recruit Kevin Durant to Brooklyn so he could catch a breather. What? Come on now.
Take off the offensive load, but we're not going.
That's catching a breather. That's catching a breather. Luka didn't want nobody. I got this, Mark. Are you bringing all these bums in here to take the ball out of my hand? Just give me Bombers championship, baby.
So you trying to tell me that Luka,
his career better scoring assists, rebound numbers, Kyrie has a bigger impact? And we ain't talking about. See, I hate this. I hate today. It ain't no impact. Luka is better at basketball. Now what? Ron. See that's the same with this Jordan debate. Ain't no ring. Luka's a better basketball player.
I just saw Kyrie Irving the other day in the Clippers series float in the air and had 3 Clippers trying to block his shot. First of all, Luka is nowhere close to the finisher Kyrie's level. He's not even close to Kyrie on the level of ball handles. Pause.
Oh, whoa. That was crazy.
Hey, I said my pause quick and fast. So I said my pause quick and fast. Right at there saying ball handles. Pause. Yeah.
Oh man! Oh my God! On that note, if you're watching right now, please go ahead.
Hey, no Diddy. You're damn right. No Diddy.
Oh no, but Allen might have said the most favorite thing I've ever heard in my life. I got to put that back up. Ben Simmons sure got a lot of breathers with Kyrie play.
Hey, Ben Simmons he didn't need nobody to get those breathers. All right,
he's still catching the breather.
Ben Simmons needs zero help to catch his breathers. All right, he didn't need Kyrie. He didn't need KD. He didn't need James Harden. Hell, he don't need the NBA to catch a breather. He don't need nothing to catch a breather. Ben Simmons can look in the mirror right now and get a breather right now. That's how useless that guy is. All right. Jeez.
Oh man.
Hey, see, look, Ron, is he even still in the league?
Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, this dude is still on the NBA roster.
Oh Lord, collecting checks, bro. Collecting checks.
Man,
that's wild.
Man, he got to teach a class someday. How to
finesse? What? Are you serious? Hey, and the moment he drops it, I'm gonna go get it too. I'm gonna go get it.
That man got a max extension.
I'm gonna get the finesse book from Ben Simmons. I'm gonna get it because I need to finesse some finances in my pocket. God damn it! And I need to find out how he did it. Well, no, never mind. Wait, hold on. If that's his way of collecting checks is messing with a Kardashian and Jenner, I don't want it. I'm telling you, they are the damn antichrists of black men. They take them down. I swear they do. You don't believe me? Go look at the list of men that mess with a Kardashian or a Jenner. Something has fucked up, got crazy with them.
Hey, they probably taught him how to finesse.
Hey, man. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, no. I love the women's, but if your last name is a Kardashian or a Jenner, I can't mess with you, man. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Whew.
Can't do it.
Oh, my God. How do we get here, man? I need that Kirk Cousins stimulus back. At least Kirk Cousins ain't missing no games. He legitimately got hurt. He performed.
I need his agent, though. His agent is top tier.
Yeah, his agent is right. You know what I'm saying?
His agent
we need we need some representation here on the pod. We Kirk Cousins' agent, but yeah, Ben Simmons ain't been hot. Ben Simmons was at practice with his jersey in his pocket, bro.
Bruh.
How you do that?
You show up to work and don't work. I ain't and get paid. I wish I jersey. Like this motherfucker showed up for work and didn't work. And
Ben Simmons' uniform is his Louis V sweatsuit. That's his uniform.
Hey, bro. Hey, because his basketball uniform ain't got not a lick of sweat on that thing, bro. He good. Boy, shit.
Man.
I'm in the wrong business, man. For real.
I know. And I'm talking about this bum anyway. This is the bum that made me apologize to Jerry Jeudy, who I could no longer badmouth because he's a Cleveland Brown. Come on, son.
And for y'all, don't know about that shit, that Jerry Jeudy shit, man.
You got to go back and watch the Thursdays. Man.
That means a lot, dog. That means a lot. Hey, it means a lot that Bobby G got to apologize to Jerry Jeudy because of Ben Simmons' raggedy ass. Because Jerry Jeudy was one of the most raggediest sons of bitches last year that he had to get an apology from Bobby G because of Ben Simmons' raggedy ass. That's how bad that situation is. Can't make this up. Can't make it up. Time to tell you.
We also, man, we got to decide whether or not we're going to bring that back next season too, man.
Hey, I think,
man,
hey, you know what? Here's why I think we need to bring it back. You saw the schedule. They got more division games.
Some games. There's some games.
They got better games on
for 4+ years.
Hey, that man jersey is squeaky clean. AP, you right, man. That's wild, man.
Yeah, Ben Simmons' mama gonna start coming to games like, "Why my baby ain't playing?"
And you figure out an answer for that, mama.
Yeah, I ain't sit him down, man. He sat himself down, man.
You tell us. For real.
Oh man. Speaking on Jerry freaking Jeudy. It is that time of year, man. It is that time of year. Training camps open up this week, all throughout the NFL.
Yeah, baby.
You football fans, we use everything to get motivated.
Hey.
But anything exciting you're looking forward to, whether it's with your team or not, just around the league as we head into the OTA season and off-season programs for everybody.
I've been hearing some things about Caleb Williams out in Chicago that ain't been too cute.
Through 16 picks.
I ain't been hearing nothing good about Caleb Williams out in Chicago, and I hate to say I told you so, Chicago Bears, but damn it, I hate to tell you so. But it's OTAs. Get the mistakes out now. But one thing that did catch my ears, or caught my eyes, or caught my attention when I read the article is that no PT.
None.
Hey man, his shoes don't even got no crease in it. He pretty much floating because that's how non-existent of any movement or physical action he does. So, but no, Caleb Williams. If some of the reports are saying like he relies on his scrambling too much, and I'm not surprised to hear that because we saw that at USC, did we not? My thing is this was some of the things that was on the film or in just watching the games at USC, even at Oklahoma. This is what Caleb Williams did. He didn't really refine his passing abilities in college. He was just playing football, which is fine.
Yeah.
That works in college.
True.
That works in college. Just being an athlete at quarterback works in college. There's a reason why Tim Tebow had success in college and didn't have success in the NFL. There's a reason for that. He was a hell of an athlete, yes. But there's a reason why he succeeded at quarterback in NCAA, but he didn't flourish so much at quarterback in NFL. So, I hate to tell you so, Chicago. You had Justin Fields, who showed he can play NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
And you got a 6th-round pick. That's all you got back for him. A 6th-round pick for a guy that you got in the 1st round 3 years ago.
Yep. And it's like I can understand the move. You get it while you're out. You bought yourself 5 more years of money.
Damn.
You bought 5 years of money. You got that rookie contract reset.
Well, Bobby, this has to work.
It does. You have to be better than the Pittsburgh Steelers because we all know, I think, after at least once, Russell's going to get this season. I think Russell's going to perform very well. So 2 seasons, because if Pittsburgh turns that thing over to Justin Fields and he excels, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Well, I feel what you're saying, Bobby, but I'm just thinking, take Justin Fields out of this equation. If Caleb Williams continues to do what he's doing in OTAs, he won't be in the league past 3 years. Well, he'll be in the league. He just won't be on the team. He won't be on this team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then that's an automatic failure. And not only that, you got to clean the whole damn house. GMs, coaches, and everybody that signed off on this shit. You got to. This has to work.
Yeah. But see, that's what I love about this time of year. That reaction right there.
It got to work.
That reaction right there. It's OTAs.
I know it's OTAs.
Throw 117 interceptions. I don't care. We just want you to get used to throwing on the NFL field to NFL receivers. That's it. That's all, bro. Let's go out there and have fun.
Getting picked by NFL cornerbacks too.
Go ahead and do it. If you want in OTAs, that's the time to do it.
Hey,
that's time now.
He better get them all out now.
Now, week, if you still having this issue, week 2 of the preseason, we got a problem. And I ain't even saying that because I'm gonna say Caleb Williams is gonna throw over 15 interceptions this season.
I'm going over, and I'm about to put the bet on DraftKings right now. Once we get off,
he's gonna throw more than 15 interceptions this season.
I'm putting it up right now when we get off the show.
So I'm not even concerned, but and you're in a division with not 1, but 2 up and coming teams, and I say up and coming with the Lions lightly because they're here. They proved to everybody that they've arrived. I'm only saying up and coming because last year was their first time stepping into the spotlight. But hey, Jordan Love has proved he's the guy, and Green Bay is to me of my lifetime only second to the Steelers as far as well-run organizations in the NFL. So you got Green Bay to contend with. You got the Lions to contend with that are already established. They're ready to go. You're building in Chicago. So I'm not looking on. Can they make the playoffs? Sure, they can. Do I expect them to? No. And it's because you got a rookie QB. Look at some of the defenses he's going to have to face. Them Lions is coming after you. You got to play in Lambeau Field, and you already know how I feel about Lambeau.
You did our damn boys last year. I ain't forgot about that. I ain't forget. I
didn't see some. I just told the truth. You going Cowboys defense, 49ers there may not be great teams in the NFC, but there are some teams that can play defense in the NFC. So I'm looking more future. Over the next 5 years, the Bears have to make the playoffs at least twice. Out of 5 years. At least twice out, 2 times out of 5 years. Do they have to win the division? Can they surpass the Bears and Packers I'm not sure. So I don't know if they have to win the division to for it to be considered a success. Um,
I
the
can
only
rock with
thing
you.
I do know is, like I'm saying, you cannot get smoked by the
Mm,
Pittsburgh Steelers if Justin Fields ever becomes a starting QB for the Steelers.
mm.
Like, you just can't get smoked by them. Because look at other teams that have failed. Look at the 49ers. Bro, they forgot Trey Lance already. And that was one of the worst mistakes in NFL history.
Well, because they got to a Super Bowl in the NFC Championship game. It's easy to forget about a mistake like that.
Exactly. And they replaced him with I ain't gonna say the worst. They replaced him with Mr. Irrelevant.
Mm.
So think about it. Think about it. Let's say, God forbid, knock on this wood. Um, and I won't even put the word in the universe. Let's say Caleb Williams is unable to perform due to non on the field issues. That's what I'll call it. I don't want to
Okay.
put the word out there and jinx the young man, but due to issues beyond the
Beyond.
field, right?
Gotcha.
Not performance based. Let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Um, who they signed as a vet backup? I can't remember. Uh, Regardless, let's say they pick up somebody, and or they have a younger guy. Let's say they have their version of Brock Purdy, and he just comes in and excels. Like,
I believe they still got Tyler Badgett from last year, who didn't. He wasn't terrible.
right,
Uh, yeah, Tyson Badgett, Austin Reed, Brett Rippon. That's who they got in the quarterback room with Caleb.
okay. Let's just say let's say they do what my Browns did. We got a veteran out there. Let's grab a available veteran out there, and they just come in and they sell. And next season they decide, you know what? Let's bring him in. Let the young man learn up on him. And let's say he's once again unable to compete due to non-performance factors.
Mm.
Like, now you're in a situation where, you know what I mean. Like, and I'll give a perfect example. Indianapolis right now. If Richardson does not finish this season because of non-performance related factors, bro, and I remember I told you last year I would have took a quarterback this year.
Mm.
So you kind of they'll be in the same boat. Cincinnati's almost in that boat. The only reason they got lucky is they went to the Super Bowl after Joe Burrow came back. But what if they
Well,
hadn't went to this? What if Joe Burrow does not have that Super Bowl in his hip pocket, that Super Bowl appearance? Because now, bro, you now 2 years out of 4, you have not finished.
yeah. And they already paid them, so they got to make sure it works. Know what I'm saying? They already paid a Burrow, so I definitely dig your point on that. So over the next 5 years, you saying they need to have 2 playoff appearances? I can rock with you on that. Um, do they necessarily need to win a division? I don't think they need to, because that division is shaping up to be relatively competitive. Uh, like you
Yeah,
said, I like the way the Packers are going. Detroit's going in the right way, and Minnesota, they're trying. They're at least trying. On the defensive side, I don't know what they got going on at quarterback. That's some bullshit what they got going on at quarterback, but that's not for me to well, whatever.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I think they still gotta fix that quarterback position. The rookie that they brought in, I'm not sold on homeboy. I mean, I'll just be honest. I'm not sold on JJ McCarthy as your.
I like JJ, man. I like JJ. I think, honestly, you know what? I think he's the next Purdy.
Oh, nah, no, oof, ooh, oof.
Yeah,
The only reason, the only reason why I push back on that is because I saw Purdy in a very offensive driven offense at Iowa State.
okay.
Um, he I forget his coach's name. At Iowa State, but it was a very pass heavy offense
Right.
where McCarthy was relying on the run more than the pass. So, I'm not saying that McCarthy can't throw. It's just that
Right. Right.
we haven't seen enough of it. We
That's
haven't
fair.
seen enough of him being in pressure situations when you got the pass rush coming after you because you have to win the game on your arm. He had the advantage of having a damn good offensive line in Michigan and a damn good running back in Blake Corum, where he didn't have he game managed, and that's okay. And like we said, we've had conversations about game management. It's not a bad thing. It's just that when it calls for you to be a quarterback and a passer, I need you to be more than a game manager. And sometimes, I don't know if, and a lot of people go back to that semifinal game against Alabama, and I'm like, yeah, but I also saw some glitches in that game where he gave up some bad throws and got picked, and could have got picked more than once in that game. Hey, by all means, they feel they like him. They drafted him for a reason. By all means, it's up to them. But it's when it comes to Caleb Williams, man, and I'm not trying to harp on the OTAs and interceptions and all that. I'm just looking at the fact that the reports are saying the guy relies on his scrambling and is having trouble with reads. And I'm not surprised to hear that because that was one of my biggest knocks coming into the draft. Because Lincoln Riley, I like Lincoln Riley. But guess what? Lincoln Riley don't run an offense that will never succeed in the NFL. Lincoln Riley would never succeed in the NFL. There's a reason why he never made that jump. Because he does not coach an offense that will succeed in the NFL. That's just me. I don't think there's nothing successful about Lincoln Riley that would ever translate to the NFL. And so my thing is you put an athlete at quarterback. We've seen that before. Is most athletes that play quarterback, most of them don't swim. Majority of them sink. There's only been a few that's been able to swim, and one of them got 2 MVPs now. So, and not a lot of him grow on trees. So it is a lot of athletes that play quarterback. More times than not, they sink. There's not too many that swim, and I'm not surprised to hear that report. And I'm just saying that you had a guy in Justin Fields that shown and was progressing. We saw the progression from year 1 to year 3, still with not a lot around him in Chicago. And you saw the progression. And I'm just like, yeah, all right. And you get a 6th-round pick. All right. Yeah. Don't let this shit work out. Motherfucking is flying in the Windy City. Don't let this shit work. Pink slips will be flying in Windy City. They'll be flying all over Soldier Field, the facility, pink slips everywhere. You get a pink slip, pack your shit. You get a pink slip, you pack your shit. Oh, you coach? Oh, you GM? Here's your pink slips. I'm handing them to you personally as an NFL owner of this damn team, and you can gladly pack your shit. No. Don't pack it. I will gladly ship it to you. Give me an address. Get the hell out. I'm telling you. Pink slips is going to be flying in that joint, man. So, time will tell.
All right. There it is, man. You heard the man. I ain't got nothing to add, man. Bears, get your shit together. That's the moral of the story.
Your shit together.
Getting your shit together is a good way to promote your mental health. Great segue. It's that time of the show, man. Fifth Friday, we issue challenges to maintain and promote good mental health practices, habits. For those that rock with us, y'all know what it is. For those new, stay tuned and hope you enjoy. And hope we say something that helps you get through your week. But yes, what you got for the people this week, man?
And man, I'm really, and this Fit Friday is definitely for me because I need to do it. Okay. And I'm putting it out there. Start a book. Start a book. I'm terrible. I am so terrible at reading. Well, I can read. Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying I'm terrible. You know, I made it through college and high school and all that, and so I know that sounded real jacked up. You know,
There you go. Good mental health, people. Learn how to read.
yeah, learn how to read. Yeah, learn how to read, motherfuckers. Little bit sons of bitches. No. I'm terrible at starting to do more reading, to incorporate reading into my routine. I'm terrible at it. I've always meant to do it. I got books that been given to me that I know got some great messages that could probably unlock something for me for in this next few years or so. Some knowledge that I can possibly pass on or gain. And I know there's
Right.
some things that can get unlocked if you just read some book, but the old saying is there's some knowledge in reading, and there's some facts to
Yes.
that. So just start a book this week, between now and when we get back together next Friday. Just start a book, start a
Mm-hmm.
chapter, and just get into the flow of just because reading is also a good way to kind of meditate, as well as brain function and help strengthen the brain, reading books. So that's what I say. Just start a book. Just start one. So that's what I got for the
Absolutely.
people, man.
I love it. I love it. Same Try the Speed of Trust by Stephen Covey. Great read for those of you in a leadership position. Also good tools for life in there. Yeah,
Hey,
appreciate the drop.
hey, good drop, Ron. I'm
Absolutely.
gonna check that out. I'm gonna check that out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's like great minds think alike. It's just funny that's your challenge for the week. Cause mine is somewhat of the same lines. Maybe not starting a book by reading, but my challenge for the people is every day this week, starting tonight, um, before you turn in and go to sleep. Just take a piece of paper, notepad, sticky pad, whatever you have available to write down. Write down something good that you did that day.
Hmm.
Let's have that positivity on your mind before you lay your head to rest. Just take it down. Just think about your day and think about something that you did good, whether it's for yourself or whether you did it for somebody else. But just jot down something you did good that day, and then at the end of the week, keep it tucked in the drawer next day. At the end of the week, look at all seven of those things, man.
Hmm.
No matter how rough you have it, or how bad you think you're going through it, reflecting on one's good works can help build you back up or take stress off, man. It just reminds you that you may not be who you think you are. Sometimes that gets the best. We do some things during our week that challenges us to to believe that we are the person that we want to be or the person that we think we are. So sometimes you have to reflect on the things that you've done good to just reaffirm that you could be on the positive track. And something else I also want to start. I'll start giving out quotes each week, and this quote actually kind of goes along with my challenge, man. You're not alone in your struggles, even if it feels that way. So that's my quote for the week. And yeah, again, it goes with that, man. When you see something written down, or when you tell yourself something or repeat something, it just it helps. It definitely helps me.
Hmm.
Like I said, I've yet to perform this task yet, but I've done it a couple times in my lifetime by accident, and it has definitely helped me in those instances where I wrote something down and then come back later to see what I wrote down. It's like, you know what, I'm right. And it also, for my know-it-alls out there, it helps you when you know you're right. So that's another mental kick you get out of it, knowing that you're right.
I love
But
it.
oh man, it's about that time.
Yes, sir.
You got anything for the folks before we get out of here?
Hey, man, y'all know what it is, man. Enjoy the weekend. Be safe out there. We got Memorial Day weekend. Please, no drinking and driving. Please, for the love of
Absolutely.
goodness, no drinking and driving, folks. Spend some time with the fam, man. And then also let's also pay homage to our fallen comrades that what this holiday is about, and just because I got plenty of veterans in my family on both sides, mother-in-law, father-in-law, uh, uncles, cousins, friends that have all served. So, man, just let your people who have sacrificed time, their mental health, to protect our country, man. Let them know you care about them, man. Crack a beer open with them, or give them a plate of food, whatever. Just
Yeah,
show them some love. So yeah, but definitely be safe out here in these streets for this weekend. Don't do nothing crazy, and yeah, man. Uh, more love and peace in this world, man. Less hate. Y'all know what it is.
absolutely, man. Co-sign everything you said, and yeah, definitely watch yourselves. Be careful out there this weekend. If you do choose to consume, uh, it's too many ways to get around, man. Hey, download that Uber app, the Lyft app. Phone a friend, phone a relative, or do whatever you got to do to prevent being on the road incapacitated. You don't want to be a danger to yourself or others. We know
Facts.
what the results of that can be. I would hate to see anybody out there, uh, end up on the wrong side of the law, or worse, on the wrong side of the dirt. So,
Hmm.
with that being said, take care of yourselves and each other, and of course, do me a favor before we get out of here. Follow the directions on the screen. Go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new or if you forgot and you're old. Hit that notification button so you know the next time we are on here and your opportunity to be heard, which is every Friday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. And if you don't like seeing our beautiful faces, you can hear our voices wherever you get your podcasts: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts. So check us out there. And hopefully, if everything's going right, there will actually be one more way to check us out, but we will keep you updated on that as it goes along.
Yes, sir.
But, hey, for myself and Wildcard Mar, thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Alan, Ron in the comments, Main T, Suzanne, Rod, the usual suspects.
Yes, sir.
This has been the Audible Sports Podcast, and until next time, peace.